Hello everybody, the Nameless Narcissist here once again. Simple man diagnosed with NPD, giving you the truth about narcissistic personality disorder and stuff that goes on in my head. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. But keep in mind, I'm no clinician. I can only speak to my own experiences. That being said, this is going to be a very vulnerable video. Hence why I'm having a beard, to make that a little bit easier. I've always mentioned in my videos how, like, from the start, I always knew there was something off about me, or because, like, at the time I didn't even view it as like wrong with me, right? It was just, I know I'm different, and I'm not sure how much of that is pathological, like, oh, I'm a special unique person, and how much of it was like legitimate. But nowadays I think it may have been more legitimate than I originally thought. Like, I grew up thinking, like, I knew everyone was different. Everybody looked like fucking, I don't know, like, people didn't even seem like people. There were just things in my life that just went around doing whatever the fuck they did, seemed like so careless and not calculated at all, and just kind of dumb. And, like, I mean, hell, when I was at a funeral when I was a kid, like, I was very, very aware of the fact I did not know why other people were crying. I was like, why is everybody so dramatic? They're obviously doing this for attention. That was just kind of the mindset. And as I grew up, like, it was so obvious, right? It was like, how can I not notice everybody else is different? Nobody else operates like I do. Nobody else goes into social situations the way I do. Like, literally, I remember when I realized that attention was like the only thing I wanted. I was in school and I was at a table and I ended up being like basically the fucking center of attention. I was like making everybody laugh, joking, being gregarious. And I was like high afterwards. I was like, holy shit, this feels good. And eventually I pieced 2 and 2 together and I was like, oh, that's what fucking gets me off. It's only attention. And that's the only thing that matters. That's all my life has been, like, since the start, is that how can I get people to pay attention to me? How can I get them to look at me? And I don't talk about this enough, but it was fucking lonely. It's still lonely. And I just kind of accepted that, like, that's just how life is. I'm always going to feel different, and I'm always going to feel different and shit. And that I was never going to, like, fit in, I guess. Fit in, that's not the right word. I would just, like, look at people and they'd just be happy. They'd be like couples, or it's like holding hands, and I care in the world, blah, 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 blah. And it felt like everybody had all this happiness and they just were not grateful for it. And I just looked at them with this contempt and anger my entire life. And that wasn't fair, looking back on it. But, and, like, hell, to this day I still kind of feel that way. I, like, look at people and I'm just, like, so jealous. It's like, you get to connect with these people. You get to have these friends who you care about so deeply. You get to have this partner that you love so sincerely. And I don't get that. But then I, like, started this channel. And that's kind of the point I'm getting to, is, like, I remember when Tess made Spirit Narc Tess, she made, like, a YouTube channel. And I had been actually following her for a little bit before that. I watched her, I listened to her podcast, I was following her on Instagram, stuff like that. And I was like, ah, very relatable, love it. But, like, there's such a big difference between knowing somebody and then just kind of seeing it, right? Because I knew there were other people like me somewhere. I knew it. I just thought it was just how it was, that I would never meet somebody like me. Hell, narcissism is pretty goddamn rare. It's, what, 1 in 200 people, something like that? I sure as hell know that fucking 6% figure is bullshit. But the other studies that say 1 in 200 seem a lot more accurate. And, like, and it was nice when I met, like, a borderline for the first time. It was nice when I met a schizophrenic. It was nice meeting anybody who's different, so to speak. And the borderline, I, like, already had a lot in common with. Like, it was really refreshing, because I was the first self-aware cluster B person I met, other than my sister, but she's not self-aware, obviously. Well, I mean, she is, but, like, also not. It's weird. But then, like, when I basically gave a shout out to Tess, being like, oh, congrats on the channel, I love other cluster Bs doing this stuff. I ended up DMing her being like, oh, also, like, you know who I am, please don't out me, because I had didn't DM her for like the purposes of like talking to her, but she would have questions on her Instagram and I would answer them. But like we started talking after that and talked about our experiences, our history and stuff like that. And oh my God, it was so refreshing because it felt like everything I've ever felt in my life felt validated in that moment. Everything that I felt was just my truth that was like so real and everybody's ignored it is what she said. And literally to this day we'll like say shit at the same time. It's really funny. And it was just so nice. To this day, it was so fucking nice. And I get this experience with Sarah and like Cluster B Milkshake and Early Morning Barking too, where it's like, okay, yeah, you guys get it, thank God. But Tess was the first one, so that's who I'm talking about, basically. It was just so nice finally having somebody, after all these years of people looking at me like I'm just this asshole who can change at any second and just be better and a nicer and better person. And like me not being able to do that. And then I met somebody who was like me. Like I can't express it. I really can't. Oh my fucking God. I literally want to cry right now. I was so fucking grateful to finally have somebody that felt like me, that I could talk to, and somebody that would understand. Because, like, obviously it's part of the grandiosity of me thinking like, oh, I'm so much more special than people. But, like, there is a portion of it that's, like, very genuine. People do not understand me. Like, how can you completely enter in the internal experience of other people like that? I never thought in a million years, like, I would be able to experience that. I just thought that was how it is. I was going to be trapped in my prison of self-absorption, and everybody else would just have happy lives, and I would just be alone. And it wasn't... And it didn't happen like that. And like, hell, with this channel in general, and my social media stuff, it's, even that has changed me. I started this channel just like, I need to vent. I need to get this out there. Like, I'll destroy stigma, sure, and I'll be important, but like, it was just for attention and for validation and for venting. And kind of on the inside, a hope that some of my friends who are being mean to me would see it and then change their behavior, because I can't communicate my vulnerability enough. But like, honestly, it humanizes people. Like, I'm so grandiose. I still think I'm better than everybody. But like, now I see that other people are people. I guess is the best way to put it. I see that they have their emotions and their perspectives and stuff like that. And I can appreciate those things. I can look at them and be like, okay, I get why you think the way that you do. I see why you have these opinions. I see why you feel the emotions that you do. And I never thought I'd even get that far. And like, it just, every day, it's so baffling. Because people will like thank me and stuff. I'm like, why are you thanking me? I'm literally just saying my internal monologue out loud. But I remember like one of the comments that like really changed it for me, which if she's watching this, I don't want to say her name because I don't know if she's okay with it. But like, she told me about how her mother was, probably had NPD, and how all the articles and shit out there just did not make sense to her. Like, how could she be this evil, manipulative mastermind and never care about me, right? And the way I explained it, like, humanized her mom for me and gave her, like, a little bit of closure and let her grieve the death of her mother more accurately. And that really fucking hit me. I was like, well, that's a lot. I didn't think I'd have that big of an impact on people. And, like, I see people like people like me who are so grateful because they have somebody to like relate to. And that's, fuck, I can't believe I won't post this, Jesus fucking Christ. And that's like literally all I wanted my entire life. I didn't, like my entire life, that's all I was fucking looking for. Somebody who fucking understood me. And like, now people like not only like try to understand me, but they're like interested in me. They think I'm something like special and worth appreciating. And it's not just because I'm being self-aggrandizing and trying to come off as deep and smart all the time. I mean, I am. I'm trying to come off deep and smart, right? But it's just my It's just my internal experience that like people accept and understand. Like, because of you guys, I literally, it's so fucking stupid. I literally like went to, my ex had a Halloween party and like I was invited to. I was like, okay, yeah, fuck it, sure. And like I had a great time with all of them, and I literally ended up like telling her that like, hey, regardless of how things ended between us, like I really appreciate that we're friends and that you're inviting me to stuff and all your friends and stuff like that. And like I would never have been able to tell that to anybody before. I never thought I'd be able to say things like other people. I'm like literally trying to see if me and my ex can work things out, a different ex right now. And like I was able to say to her like, I am sorry, I did not want to make you feel unappreciated and replaceable and stuff like that. And like hence why we were trying to work things out. Because like they mattered a lot to me. And I just was really bad at showing it. I'm still really bad at showing it. And I would have never been able to do that with her. Literally. It's so stupid. It's really so stupid. I just can't believe the impact this has had on me. Hell, me making this video is a symptom of how this has impacted me. And I'm still bad at it, right? I'm still fucking figuring this shit out. I'm still really bad at being vulnerable with most people. The only reason I was able to tell that to my one ex is because I was fucking, well, to both of them, okay, I'll be honest, is because I was like drunk. But like I told them. I actually told somebody that, like, they matter to me somewhat. I have never done that before. I never thought I'd ever be able to do that. Because I'm so terrified of people actually knowing who I am. That they're going to hate me. And stuff. I just feel so fucking unlovable all the time. I feel so fucking broken. And it's so weird that this is like, to some degree, changed that for me. I just thought this was gonna be like a small channel and I'm just like fucking rambling about random bullshit. And it turned into like growth for me and other people. Like I'm like helping people. Like I can't fucking believe that. I never thought I would ever do something like that would just help people. I thought it was just kind of my destiny to just like take what I need to from everybody and hope I can get away with it. Like there's one person who thinks that their son was developing narcissistic traits, and from what they say, it sounds like it's for reasons unrelated to them. And like they were trying to learn how to like handle it better and be like a good parent to them and hopefully put them on the right track, right? And I was like, fuck. I'm helping somebody be the person I always wish my mom was. Also, if anybody I know sees this, tell them I'm lying. I'm not telling the truth. I swear, I'm not vulnerable. I'm cold and calculated and shit. Or at least I kind of want to be still. Oh fuck! I can't believe I can't remember his name. John Anderson, I think. He's like pretty frequent commenter here, and he said something that I was like, fuck, he's right. I'm trying to convince myself of something I don't really believe anymore. That's the issue, isn't it? I so desperately want to believe that I don't need anybody, that I'm not emotional, that I'm fine on my own. And it's not true anymore. And I know it's not true. Right? It feels like I'm like now, instead of fighting against my disorder, I'm fighting for my disorder almost. Because I'm losing the things that kept me protected for so long. I'm not sure how much of that I even want to lose. I don't know. How much of your guys' offenses do you want to lose? I wish I'd answer them. I won't. Anyways, I'm done being fucking sad and shit and vulnerable. You have a good fucking day. Take your fucking meds.